Well, I guess you say. What's going on, Jerome's? There is about 11 seconds left in the first half. Vikings have the ball, marching, trying to get a field goal right before the end of the half. 14-10 up over the Arizona Cardinals. Nuke Hopkins. That was a hell of a catch. Yeah, man. Nick Cadillac Vigil, is he back on the Cardinals? Could be. Vikings on the Arizona 42. Kirk drops. Dalvin, out of bounds, gain of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. So right now we're looking at a 57-yarder for Greg Joseph. Got 7 seconds left, second down. Have time for one more play. Try and get a little bit closer for Greg the Leg. Also, this has been the end of the stadium where he has not done well. It's not even a jinx. It just is what it is. But thank you very much for coming along. Halftime show. We're just watching down the final seconds here. Then we'll dive on in, talk about the first half, talk about winners and losers, etc. All right. So Vikings just inside the 40. Kirk in the shotgun, drops back. It's got Thielen. It's got Irv on the outside. The gain about half a yard. So it's whatever. Whatever. 3rd and 7. On comes Greg the Leg. Andrew DePaula snapping. Ryan the Right Stuff holding. Ryan Wright deserves some all-pro love, by the way. He's just been absolutely fantastic. He's been elite. One of the best punters in the National Football League this year. Respect. All right, so Greg Joseph lining things up. Number 1 on his back. Number 1 in your hearts. 56-yard field goal attempt. Arizona burns their final timeout. By the way, Cliff Kingsbury is very sneaky about taking his timeouts. I feel like a lot of times he doesn't get them in, but they just sort of give him the benefit of the doubt. It's kind of ridiculous. But Vikings currently hold a 14-10 lead over Arizona. The Cardinals do get the ball to start the second half. It was a first half that had some high highs. I mean, the Vikings running the ball at will against Arizona. Kirk Cousins, speaking of Kirk Crazy Legs Cousins, running one in from 17. But it just seems like there was some meat left on the bone. And that's sort of been the issue with the Vikings this year. It seems like they've been good, yes, but they could be great. And it seems like they're allergic to great at times. All right, here's the kick. Snap, spot, kick is up. And it is blocked. I guess that was no. All right, so Greg Joseph has another miss on his resume. There you go. So Vikings going to halftime up 14-10. Now, there are certainly some positives, yes, but Arizona goes into the locker rooms with all the momentum on their side. Kyler Murray led them on a nice touchdown drive. Nuke Hopkins had absolutely bat bleep insane one-handed grab in the end zone. Harrison Smith in coverage. And then the Vikings had a shot at 3 before the half, and then Arizona just like, no, Dikembe Mutombo. But overall, I think you do feel relatively good, but it just seems like this game is destined to be another one decided in the last seconds versus, the Vikings. They had Uncle Mo momentum on their side the early part of the game. Dalvin gashing him, 9 carries for 80 yards. Kirk Cousins running one in. Alexander Madison also getting it done on the ground. The Minnesota Movement Company up front, as well as tight ends and the receivers are out there blocking, doing a fantastic job. Adam Thielen making some nice grabs, moving the chains. Left with an injury for a hot second, came on back. Then Jefferson has gotten a couple grabs. Johnny Munt rewarding his blocking with a touchdown. Love to see that. Irv's had a couple. Then defensively, Kendrick's flying around making plays. Love to see it. Zadarius Smith. Hopefully it looked like Harrison Phillips and his knee brace bumped into Zadarius's knee on the way down. Hopefully he's fine. Hopefully it's just a contusion or a bruise. Then let's hear. Kendrick's looking good. Patrick Peterson with that PBU on AJ Green in the end zone. Love to see that. Anthony Sebring, $2 in super chat. How do we feel about the D and offense after the bye? Also, if you got a question, toss a couple bucks in super chat. Be happy to answer. I think overall, you feel pretty good. I mean, the defense beyond that final drive, I thought did a pretty good job against Arizona, and then also the offense. I mean, Kevin O'Connell's got some great play design, like the long run by Dalvin that resulted in. The 30-yard run by Dalvin was just a phenomenal design where he faked the dive with C.J. Ham and then he just pitch it out to Dalvin where there's no one absolutely no one out there, man, that thing was beautiful. So far winners. Kirk Tober, command at the offensive line, had some nice throws, running for a touchdown. He missed a couple throws as well, and the Vikings third down. What was the Vikings third down? Third down for what? Let's take a look. Team stats. Zoom in and enhance. Team stats. Vikings currently 4-6 on third down. I think the two that they missed easily could have been converted, but it sort of is what it is. Zadarius Smith, 2 sacks so far. Hopefully his health is fine. Also love the Jared Allen sack dance homage. It's fantastic. Plus, so we said about Kingsbury being sneaky with his timeouts. I feel like, Ross Blacklock would have had a sack if he didn't get that first one in. But Danielle Hunter's been getting some pressure. Patrick Jones second has been looking good as well. Dalvin just ripping up long runs. The run blocking up front, whether it be the offensive line, the tight ends, the receivers, everyone is blocking downfield. And it's a dominant part of their offense. Jefferson hasn't gotten loose yet, but has had some nice catches. Thielen, 5 catches, moving the chains, doing some good things. Johnny Munt with the touchdown. Patrick Peterson, just a BS penalty on that early on Arizona's first drive, but a brilliant pass broken up against A.J. Green. Eric Kendricks sniffed out a screen, broke up a pass. He's helping keeping Kyler corralled. Cameron Dantzler. The thing I love most about Dantzler, and he's developing into a very solid cornerback, but he is not afraid to come up and tackle. Like, he's going to come up and make a play. If he sees a screen, he's going to come in and blow it up. It's just great, man. Madison is busting off some nice runs. I didn't know that his 15-yard carry was the longest of his career. It's kind of crazy. Kevin O'Connell play design, play calling has been pretty good so far in the first half, minus that second drive. Ryan Wright, of course, is a perennial winner. Should garner some all-pro attention. Garrett Bradbury and the losers were, come on, man. Taunting, 15-yard penalty, costing this team yards. Come on. I do like the swagger, but you can't do it where it's so blatantly obvious that you're going to get a penalty. That's ridiculous. The second offensive drive where Cousins could have ran for the first on 3rd and 1. I thought that the play calling 4th down was a little bit too cute. So, they left some points on the board there, which is unfortunate. And then defense before the half where they played a great game up until that drive where they gave up the touchdown, where they got soft. They just sat back and just like, I thought that Donatel had Mama, I can change him. Just over the bye had gotten his stuff together, but I don't know. That last drive was just no good. Anthony Sebring, $2 in Super Chat. They need to stop the run quarterback. What needs to happen? Play Brian Asamoah. Just having spy versus spy out there, man. But overall, I mean, it's good. It's clear the Vikings didn't come in with the bye week rust. It's clear that Kevin O'Connell had this team prepared. It's something that we haven't seen the last couple of years. But I think that it still leaves a lot to be desired. Where coming into the season, saw the Vikings as a competitive rebuild, right? And the Vikings are, playing fantastic. They're playing a little bit over their skis at 5-1, but you see the glimpses of what this team can be on offense, defense, as well as teams, and they just can't really put it together, and they can't keep it up consistently. Where they should be beating teams by 20. Right, as opposed to this game is probably going to come down to the bitter end. Like they're letting Arizona hang around. Derek Butcher, $1 in Super Chat, thank you. And Arizona, they got momentum heading into the locker room, and they get the ball to start the second half. So it's gonna be tough, man. It's going to be tough. I mean, Kyler's 11 of 14 for 96 and a touchdown. Also, he's moving things on the ground, 3 for 24. Nuke Hopkins is still public enemy number 1. And you can't have him where Harrison is singled up against him in the red zone. That's just not a good matchup. Harrison Smith has a lot of things. Being really good in one-on-one coverage against elite receivers is not one of them. So I think that they should consider shadowing him with Cameron Dantzler. I said that before the game. I still believe that. But I think the Vikings, if they get a good stop, get a nice return, go down, get some points, I think that they could be in business right now. So we'll see what happens in the second half. So that's it. That's the halftime show. Make sure to hang around for the post-game show. Also, check out the Purple for the Win store. It's the final game of Kirktoberfest. The link is down below, purpleftw.net. Use promo code Kirktober, 15% off your purchase. We'll be back here at the end of the game, post-game show, 10 things we learned, as well as, of course, winners and losers. Got us bring $2 in Super Chat. Kirk missed throws, killed us. We need to stick to run. The run has been working, but Arizona's going to shift, and Kirk's going to have to make some plays. But that's it. See ya post game. Skol, production value.